What's up, bosses? This is JoeMan543, and it's very sunny out here, so I'm being very protected. But I'm at a drift event here at Utah Motorsports campus. I almost forgot the end of it. I'm here for a 2-day event. I brought the Miata because that's literally the only car I have, and I brought a whole bunch of stuff in the Miata. 8 tires, plus camping stuff and filming stuff, and a cooler with food. It's gonna be great. I got all down here, and I'm just waiting for the drifting to start. I got my inspection done, I got signed in, and what else? Got my drift tires on, that's important. So, I'll just eat my Subway sandwich that I got, and then I'll go drifting.
Set up as you've noticed. Some of them move, most of them don't.
Alright, we just finished our driver's meeting and it's time to go line up so we can drift. With the top not being on the car, I need a little bit of eye protection. So I have some sunglasses here, but they're cut a little bit short there. That's because normal length sunglasses go too far and then they stop, and I still need to push them, but I can't because they're at the back of my helmet. So I got these ones. They're still a little tricky to get on, just a tiny bit, but yep, good to go. All right, so I'm going to get in line, and I filmed the driver's meeting, but I'm not sure exactly how much my camera might have caught. So there will be 3 options when it comes to getting in line for drifting. Option 1 is the regular big lap, and it's going to be a hot lap, which means they're just going to kind of keep sending people with a little gap in between, but there's going to be like 5 cars on the track at a time, so there's enough gap that people shouldn't crash into each other, but there's always that risk. The second line is the tandem, which I don't really do. That's when you're like right up against someone else. A lot of trust on that. And the third line is the little, I don't even know what to call it. It's like the little track. We're gonna have some fun once we get going. First, we're gonna do a parade lap, so everyone gets to know the course, know all the turns, drive your car through it, see how it fits. I mean, it should fit because there's room for drifting, but that's what's coming up next. Now, I could close the top, and I might do that later, but really, I like drifting with the top down. It just feels more connected. I feel more connected with the road, with the tarmac, whatever. A few questions you might be asking. Joe Man, why didn't you clean your car before going to the drift event? Well, I have to drive a number of miles to the place that I go drifting, so even if I wash my car beforehand, it'll just get dirty along the way and you won't even know by the time I'm there. So Joe Man, how did you get into drifting? My brother was drifting, I decided to go watch, then I decided to go drifting, and now I'm the one that goes drifting, and he has 2 broken drift cars. Joe Man, why do you drift your daily? Well, because it functions perfectly fine for both cases. I mean, there could be improvements made for drifting, of course, more power, more everything, really. But it's good enough. I can drift, and I can also drive to work. It's pretty comfortable, and overall, I like it.
Parade lap in.
My car is so not loud. Big curve here. Okay, I see. It's basically an oval with some dents in it, sort of. That's so you can go nice and, drifty. And that is the parade lap. Since it'll be a hot lap, you do a few laps. They suggested about 5, and then you get off the track. At that point, your tires probably need a break anyway. So, Joe Man, how much experience do you have drifting? Well, I've been to probably about 7 events so far, and at each event I usually get about 8 hours of drifting. Joe Man, how good are you at drifting? Well, I can control the small drifts really well, I feel like. It's the big drifts that get a little bit hard. You gotta take them with more speed, and you usually have to apply more power. That makes you more prone to having a spin out, and that's no bueno.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Send it, my dude. Send it!
Sending! Oh boy. Man. Barrier down!
Light goes out.
He's dragging it along with him too. So my camera decided to fall and land in my lap, and I caught it. So I did that last drift run with my knees held together because I'm holding this camera. I still drifted though. Okay, so I'm on the small course now. It's probably half-sized or so. There's one car at a time, and they get about 5 laps, the guy said. You can go either direction you want, and it looks like I'm the last car before we do dinner. Lucky me. This is my first and maybe only time on the small course here. I had to wait in line a lot longer than the big course. Big course, you have like 4 or 5 cars going at the same time. This one's just one, so understandably, this one takes longer to get into. Oh, is he done? He's done. All right, let's see. All right, let's finish this. That was fun. It was a little hard for the size of the course. It was a little small to do second gear, but a little too big for first gear. So anyway, we're taking a break for dinner, so I'm gonna get some om-noms, and then looks like we'll probably have about 3 more hours of drifting. It's about 6:30 right now, and we'll be drifting until about 10. Got to do that when I take my helmet off. It is required. Well, that was about 4 hours of drifting. That was very exciting. I love drifting. It's so much fun. I'm gonna go have some dinner now. There we have a bit of a barbecue as part of all this going on. So I thought, well, there's still some light. I'll set up my tent. I've set up a tent in the dark plenty of times to teach me to set it up before it's dark. Boom! Tent has been set up. Let's go drift some more. Yeah. So you probably can't see much right now, but that's because it's nighttime. But the drifting still has another 2 hours. Right now the camera is mounted to the back window, which didn't exist earlier because the top was down. So I'm hoping it's not too wobbly because, you know, vinyl soft top. We'll see how it goes. You probably still can't really see much, but all right, let's go. Ready? Go! Okay, so I have about 2 hours of recording time left, and I'm already on my second SD card. So I'm going to stop filming for tonight, and I'm going to save it for tomorrow because this is a 2-day drift event. See you tomorrow, everybody. Whoosh. Good morning, everybody. Just woke up. It's my car and campsite back there, and it was a cold night. But I made it through, obviously. It's 8 o'clock right now, and 10 o'clock is when we're supposed to start drifting, so get everything camped up by then, and then I will be good to go. Okay, so I'm going to take down the tent, and I'm going to start boiling some water for my breakfast. For breakfast today, I'm having oatmeal and toast. This is something that I have most days at home, and I'm pretty sure I can make it over my little burner right here. I've already boiled the water. It actually boiled a lot faster than I thought it would. That's how quick gas can heat water, I guess. I also don't have a cup or a bowl, so I cut a bottle, and that's what I'm gonna make my oatmeal in. Now you may be wondering, how do you make toast? Well, toast is just bread that got cooked extra, right? Just cook it over the flame here. I'll hold it with some pliers. Now right there's a slice of toast. You can barely even tell it didn't go through a toaster. I gotta make another one though. If you're like me, and you left your butter in the cooler all night, well, you can put it on top of your cup of boiling water, and that'll solve that problem real quick. Butter will be nice and soft. Alright, so you finally have your oatmeal and your toast. You can eat them separate, but I like to put the oatmeal on top of the toast. Bon appetit! Now to clean up and finish taking everything down. Alright, all the camping stuff is put away, so about 45 minutes. Not much else to do, but I'm sure I'll find something. Alright, well, it is finally time to drift. Got my camera set up, one behind, one here looking at me. Got my phone set up so I can look at comments, but I may do a couple runs just to make sure I still remember how to drift. I don't think I'd forget, but you know, I've had surprises before. Let's go! Going! Alright, here we go. He says my track. We're hot lapping. Yeah, I think I remember how to drift. I like it. That one's so good. Cool. Just had to cut a little bit of string. I have some string kinda, just in case that camera back there decides to not stay back there anymore. But a little bit of string was flapping in the way. That shouldn't happen anymore. Now, as much as I'd like to look at my phone and drift, that sounds dangerous. So, it's ironic because it's drifting anyway, it's dangerous anyway. I'm going to take a look at the comments first. And then I will go out and answer as I drift. I'm reading this at, what's that? 10:06 a.m. Mountain Time. They seem mostly in chronological order, so I'll just start from the bottom. I will give it a heart if I have answered it. Okay, question. Are you our Halo daddy? Let's go drift. Oh, looks like I get a passenger.
Big bets. We got a bets.
Pretty good.
How are you doing?
Pretty good.
I actually want to buy one of these.
They're pretty good cars.
To see one just bootling on my street all the time.
I'm going? Nice, all right. So I'm answering a question for my YouTube channel. I do a lot of Halo videos, and someone asked me, are you our Halo daddy? What does that even mean, is what I want to ask them. I think I do make a fair amount of Halo videos, and if you feel that gives me something over you, then okay. Yeah, it's really hard to answer while drifting, but that's what I told them I would do.
What's your channel? I'll watch it.
My channel is JoeMan543. Oh, well, my first run was better. See if I can get a good lap here. All right, I'll finish this up here.
All right, wait, what was the question?
The question they asked me is, are you our Halo daddy?
Yep.
Yep.
I am.
He says yep. All right.
All right, thank you, dude, so much.
No problem. All right, next question. How much power is that Miata running? Okay, question was, how much power is that Miata running? Well, I don't know if it's going to be disappointing or impressive. The Miata is all stock, so that's 140 horsepower at the crank. I don't know exactly at the wheels, but it's probably like just a little bit over 100, because there is a loss on the way to the wheels. Yeah, I haven't done any turbo, any new engine. It's a simple 1.8 liter 4-cylinder. That's what came with the car, and it's just over 100,000 miles. So, pretty good. And it honestly puts out just fine, unless I want to do a really long drift. Yep, haven't changed anything about the car power-wise. It's a little hard to do drifts in third gear, but first and second, yeah, it works just fine. Woo, yeah! NB Miata, 1999, stock power, 140 horsepower at the crank, and something less than that at the wheels. I think it's over 100 though. That's not a lot, by the way. Next one, Need for Speed with RTX. That's not a question, but I think there's some pretty good lighting in this scenario right here. Halo D Jowman edition. So, what was it? Halo D Jowman edition or style? I guess you could say that. Initial D is an anime about drifting. Follows a guy named Takumi who delivers tofu up a mountain, and then he drifts on his way down with his AE86. It's a Toyota. So, I'm not on a mountain, I'm not in Japan, and I don't have tofu. But yes, I'm drifting, so at least one aspect of that is true. Okay. all mods do you have done to your car, if any? So the first question is, what mods have you done to your car? Nothing except the roll bar. Is that cone? Wow, I carried that cone half a lap. Yep, roll bar. It was added about a year ago. Besides that, car is all stock. Next question was, how many tires do you normally go through? I'm on the same tires that I put on yesterday at the start. Miatas are so lightweight that they really go a long time on a set of tires. I brought 8 wheels with me, and I don't think I'll even have to put on a second pair. I keep my road tires on the front though. All right, let's see if I can do another 2 questions. It seems rather efficient to do 2. Also, the black camera behind me seems to have decided not to record, so. All right, do I like racing? Well, I don't have much experience with racing. Not even like street racing. But it, I think, would be very fun because you get to go fast in the car. Next question. Favorite car / dream car? Alright. Well, I really like the Miata, but I've thought about the whole dream car thing. The problem is that no single car can do everything, right? A Miata can't tow a big trailer, and a pickup truck can't really do motorsports quite like a Miata. So I think it would have to be a combination of cars. Something sporty, like a Miata or a Corvette, and then something very functional, like a pickup truck, or maybe a Subaru would be nice. Off-road, tow stuff. Yeah, so it would have to be a combo, I think. So Miata and Subaru, that's what I'll say. Probably like some Outback or something. Okay, is that an S13? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's a Nissan something. Could be an S13. I genuinely don't know. And the Miata is sick. Thank you. It's stock. Have you looked any deeper into Halo lore? I haven't really looked at any like comics or anything, any books or anything like that. I have watched some YouTube videos. Let's see. I can't remember the YouTubers off the top of my head, but yeah, I've seen some of that stuff. I think that's why I knew Johnson was a Spartan 1. You know, it was a big cover-up with him and the plasma grenades, but really he was a Spartan 1. Because Oni didn't want people to know that. Because Oni's all secret. They're like the CIA and the Navy all in one. So, can you do a video drifting in Halo while drifting in your car? If that means using a computer while drifting, the answer is probably no. If you meant just like a drift video in Halo where I'm in a Warthog, yeah, that's probably easy enough to do. All right. And how much money have you invested in your Miata? Well, the roll bar was about 500 bucks. It's a hard dog roll bar. And besides that, just normal maintenance and stuff. I haven't had anything significant break on me. And I got the Miata for $4,500. It's a 10th anniversary edition. It was in pretty good condition, not perfect, but I feel like the price was pretty fair. And the car's treated me pretty well. So yeah, 500 roll bar, regular maintenance stuff, and $4,500 just buying the car. And that was about 2 years ago. So, how long have I been drifting? I think I started the summer of 2018. I haven't been drifting every month, but I think in total I've been to about 7 events. I'm not sure if this one's number 7 or if it's been 7 previously. So, time-wise, drifting about 2 years. Event-wise, been to about 7 of them. And each of them gives me about 8 hours of drifting. And has this always been my drift car? Yes. I've been using this one right from the beginning because it's just been really great for me. Let's see. yeah, I haven't had any other drift car. I've thought about others, but not too seriously, because this one's just been great. Have you thought about doing a video of one of your home improvement projects? I've thought about it, I just didn't really think anyone would be too interested. And I don't really plan my projects that well. I just kind of get them done. And sometimes it takes a few weeks because I just do other stuff. So yes, I could do a video. I don't think I'd be really great at doing the video though. All right. So the first question was longest distance drifted. I think I've done the whole outside of this one. It's a really hard drift to do in this car because it just doesn't quite have the power for the long distance ones. But I did it at least once. I don't know the distance of that, but I'll say about 100 feet in diameter. And then the next question was Next question was Joeman543 for president, and I'll say heck nah. Yeah, and you see what Trump goes through. Like, I don't care what you think about him. He gets a lot of crap. I don't want to deal with all that crap he has to deal with. I think when it comes to electing people, we elect them so they can deal with the crap we don't want to deal with. So I'm perfectly fine being a civilian that votes for people to deal with the crap. And comment section, don't start a political war down there. Just don't. All right, first question was, do I like spending a lot of time messing up the cutscenes? Well, it does take a lot of time. Usually it's like an hour per minute of cutscene, but I do like the end result. I like the jokes I'm able to throw in there, and you guys enjoy it too. My most recent one was, you know, gotta get the index to activate Halo, right? Well, I couldn't make them say Windex exactly, so I made them say Wondex. Anyway, it's just things like that. I think I do enjoy it, even though it takes a long time. All right, next question. Crap, I don't remember the next question. Oh yeah, long-term plans. Long-term plans with the channel. What are your long-term plans? I do have some plans, some big projects I'm working on. I don't want to spoil too much, obviously. Oh, go around this guy. I don't want to spoil too much about it, but I do have some big stuff I'm working on. I'm just about to the filming stage of it. So I don't want to tell you too much about it, but yeah, I do have some long-term plans. In the meantime, I make my little Halo videos and whatnot. Give you something for the in-between anyway. How do you fuel your need for speed? Well, whether that means how do I fuel the need, which would just create more need, or how do I satisfy, I think the answer is the same. I go drifting. This is where I get my speed out, my fun, all that stuff. Oof, oof, that guy hit the barrier, the concrete. Rip, man, rip. And then when I'm on the road driving, I am the safest person ever. I am so safe when I drive on the road. I'm not even joking. This dude, he hit the concrete barrier in front of his car. He done, man. Of course, my black camera, which would have got that, is no longer working. Well, I'm gonna head back to the pit, and until I get more questions, I think I'm just gonna do some normal drifting. And I mean, normal drifting is not really different from what I just did, besides the whole talking part. But yeah, I'm gonna turn off the cameras because I got probably about 45 minutes of recording time on the silver camera left. And the black camera has like 20 hours, but it doesn't want to work. It is plugged in to a battery pack, so I don't know what's up with it. It just don't want to work. So I guess if I record more later, it'll be because I get more questions. So I'll see y'all then. Now the tire does still drive, but with the wires sticking out and all that, this tire is gonna blow. So instead of you know, having it blow while it's still on the car, I'm gonna swap tires. I guess the tires didn't quite make the whole event. Yeah, you can see the tread is just coming off. All right, everybody, here we are at the end. It's a tiny bit before the end, but I kind of want to go home. 2 days of drifting in the Miata. It's been great. And in case you're wondering what that does to tires, I never blew any of them, but yeah, there's goat heads all over the place here. These little spiky seed pods. Anyway, so I showed you this earlier, right? The tire with the wire. Anyway, well, take a look at the other side here. The tread is almost entirely gone. This holds air, but I'm gonna say it is dead and useless. But I still have 3 others that are driftable. This one is a bit worn, but driftable. So, and then these other 2 are the ones I've been doing. I guess really it's a stack of worst to best, best being on top. Like, look at this, still got plenty of tread on that, no problem. Anyway, so I get to pack all my camping stuff and tools and wheels on the Miata, and then I'm gonna go home and unpack it. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks everyone for coming along on me on this journey with me. I forgot how to English again. Anyway, I'll see you sometime later. Okay, I just filled up on fuel just outside the Motorsports Park. As you can see, I did 132.6 miles. That was going from home and drifting a bunch. So, I filled up 9.806 gallons, and that came out to 13.5 miles per gallon. That's drifting plus the trip down here. If I do just the drifting trip, it actually came out to about 9.3 miles per gallon. There are some cars that get worse gas mileage without even drifting, so I think I'm satisfied with that. All right, everybody, finally home. It's noticeably low in the back. That is probably obviously because of the tires. So I'm gonna unpack. I'm tired. I'm not gonna show it. I showed you packing my car anyway, so just that in reverse. Boom, you got it. None of the tires blew up, but one of them obviously will not see drifting again. In fact, it probably won't really see any car use again. That's okay though. Overall, really successful drift event. Learned a lot. And yeah, now I'm gonna go put this together into some kind of video, and that's where you'll see this. So thanks everybody for watching. I am JoeMan543. This has been my drifting video. If you like it, there's a button for that. If you want to comment, there's a text box for that. And if you want to see my next video right when it comes out, you can subscribe and click that bell. Or don't. Whatever. Anyway, see you next time. Bye.